I wanted to make time for this in specific because I believe in the cause of Unicef and how they really help vulnerable, innocent children around the world in different parts of the world. And I feel like it's important for me to take my spotlight and shine it on some areas that need more light.
So today that you had a talk and then you met some Vietnamese.
Yeah, I met some of the leaders under 30 and heard their stories and was very impacted by them. And definitely one of them in specific, the young man that started the bank for breast milk. He was just so moving to me because I've kind of had my own personal experience seeing my sister have her baby and see how important breast milk is to her child that's she's over a year now, and she's been breastfeeding her for a year. And I've got to see her grow and see the effects of breast milk on her, and she never had formula, and she's a very beautiful, happy, pleasant baby, and I think she has a great immune system, and I know that my sister made the right choice, and it was a natural choice, and that's one thing that I think people forget is that breastfeeding is so natural. There's no stigma about it being wrong or weird, or it shouldn't be taboo to be able to feed your child something natural. So I hope that the idea of breast milk is reshaped soon in the world. Because we have it, it's in our body, and it's so available to us, and so all the nutrients the child ever needs is right there. Since I became a Unicef ambassador, I've been on a trip to Madagascar and saw mothers and their children and specifically the kind of malnutrition that's happening in Africa. Really influenced by being brought out of my bubble and seeing the real world, the real problems, and how Unicef is bringing real help. And they are hands-on. Are really just doing such incredible work, and I wanted to be a part of that, and I wrote a song about it, about what I saw, a song called Unconditionally, and was very affected by it, and so happy to be a part of it.
Good stories. But is that hard to find time to, to
Sure, yeah. My life is always very busy. There's always something going on. Right now in my life, I've been very focused on doing this tour for a year, and that's coming to an end, and so I'll have more free time. And when I have little blocks of free time, I like to think about where am I going to go next? Where can I hopefully be educated about different things that are going on in the world, and how can I bring my spotlight to that part of the world so that I can get their attention? Because the thing is, I have a lot of people on different social networks that I can use and pinpoint or send different messages about things that are important, just like that. And so hopefully I'll get to go on another trip very soon. But you can do something very small every day. You can put it into your routine. You don't have to go into your pockets. You can volunteer at a local organization. Sometimes I'll get on the flight and there'll be these little envelopes for the different change that you have. Just putting in change makes change. And I always have change because I'm always hopping from different city to different city. And I'm like, what am I going to do with, this money that I'm not going to use because I'm not I'm no longer in Singapore.
Yes.
Put it in the Unicef envelope. If I had the choice, if it was in my control, which it wasn't, when I was younger, I would have had given myself a better education. I would have had a consistent education, because unfortunately we moved around a lot, and that took me out of school all the time, and sometimes I was in school, sometimes I wasn't, sometimes I was in weird versions of schools that weren't really teaching me anything, and I just wish that I could have had a consistent education, because having all the things that I do have now that are wonderful and beautiful, and yes, I can provide for my family, and I provide for myself, and I'm proud of that. I just still don't have the education growing up, which is not to say that I can't learn now, because I'm always curious and absorbing things and trying to educate myself from different cultures, from my travels, but I would suggest that, you know, if you're young and you're offered an education or the opportunity of an education, take it. It's so valuable. Knowledge is power.